It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Back to the road tomorrow as this is the final game of the Nets homestand.
And this is a team they'll see a lot of, 4 times total this season. The first game went their way. We'll see if they can push it to a 2-0 lead tonight.
Yeah, getting the W in this second one would send a clear message about the dominance they expect to have in the matchup.
And you want to talk about hang time. Edgecombe is still going up while others are coming down.
Greg, we know something every scout liked about VJ Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
Pass to Grimes. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
And George, here we go.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
Pass to Claxton. Outside Porter. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Porter. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
To the paint. Brooklyn with the rebound. Outside Porter. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
I'll tell you clearly, this guy has found his rhythm. He's attacking with confidence early.
The Nets shooting their first free throw tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
Here's Edgecombe. Embiid wide open. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Boy, that was his shot to miss. This guy's a terrific mid-range shooter.
Oh, Claxton in position. George with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. High post, Embiid. The second chance effort. Wolf grabs the miss.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And that'll make a pair of turnovers for him in just the last few minutes. So he's got to be a little bit more deliberate with the ball out there.
Here's Edgecombe. Pass to Grimes. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now here's Porter. He has 5. From past the arc, it's hauled in by George.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Good.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Pass to Embiid. Good defense by Claxton.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Sixers, they want to get over the top. Joel Embiid said, I've accomplished everything individually, but there's one thing missing, which is to win a championship. We have to do whatever it takes to make sure that in the postseason, I'm healthy and as dominant as I've ever been. Guys?
His health is key. Allie, we appreciate the report. And here are the Nets. They're on a 12-4 run. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
First free throw is good.
And you can tell Porter Jr. wants to keep getting better. And that's one reason why this team is still so high on him.
You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordi Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
Here's Clowney. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Well, they've weathered their turnovers so far.
Lowry has the open look. A three-pointer is right on target.
Can't let Lowry get comfortable from beyond the arc because he's more than capable of hurting you from there.
And that one's good by Porter.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now here is Lowry. That shot off the mark.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
You guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Nets?
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Nets leading by 7. Here's Traore. No scoring in this one. Inside. Wiseman lets it go with the 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Drummond the screen. To stop the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Nolan Traore.
He's a tough player. It's why Gordon's been one of the best role players in the league his entire career.
Here's Traore. Here's Zaraf. Again, the Nets for 2.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Pass to Drummond. Here's Bona. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Lowry has it in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 9. Got a piece of it. Oubre with the steal. A minute 20 left from the first quarter of the game. Pass to Bona. And he jams it with authority.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Traore. Scoreless thus far. Here's Zaraf. Defended by Gordon. 5 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Philadelphia ball. .41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Oubre outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Substitutions for your Nets.
6 on the shot clock. Outside Gordon. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot before second violation. Nets leading by 7. Powell feeling it out a bit. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's foul number 2 for him. Stolen by George. Over Williams. Here's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience. When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
Pass to Wolf. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Clock at 6. With the drive. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. You know, DB, I heard some NBA officials talking about having a feel for the game and them drawing a line between playing aggressive and playing rough. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, Kev, this is so fascinating to me because we've seen a reversion back to a little bit more of a physical game. But without some definitive guidelines, it makes the official's job harder.
Powell, no one around him. No good from outside. The 76ers trailed by 5. George, no good. Here's Demon. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. In the corner, George with it. Off target from outside.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
The call will be against VJ Edgecombe. That's his first foul.
15. Substitutions on the court.
Oubre with the steal. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
Kelly Oubre, because of his athleticism, he can swipe it at any time.
The call will be against VJ Edgecombe. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now that's his second foul, so they're going to have to navigate that as this game progresses here in the next couple minutes.
To the middle. Here's Wiseman. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And listen, we know Wiseman has a nice outside game, but inside there aren't too many guys who can match up with him physically.
High post, Embiid. Embiid punches it down.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Nets leading by 3. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds, it moves like he did. Not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
It's good. This game is all even. George has got 5 now.
How good is Paul George at getting separation? He uses the screen perfectly and sticks it to the defense.
There's the pick. Porter. And the rejection by Embiid. Pass to George. Screen by Oubre. Now Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by George. And now a 3-point 76ers lead.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Now the 76ers with it. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And there's a whistle. That'll go on Ben Surratt. That's his first foul. Now Embiid. He's got 7. And Embiid throws it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Nets trailed by 5. On the wing, Porter. George with the steal. And it's Oubre off the drive. And the jam by Oubre.
A spectacular finish by Oubre. He's got that airtime to get creative.
Pass to Abaji. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the more experience Abaji gets, of course, the more you sense his confidence continues to grow.
You know, his athleticism is the first thing that pops to me. But he can make shots from distance. He can put it on the deck. There is so much growth and potential here.
They set the pick. Pass to Grimes. They get it back. Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Andre Drummond understands if I can get to the offensive window, I can put points on the board.
Here's Clowney. Misses the layup. George with the ball. He has 5. Sweet little floater. George has got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Abaji. And again, it's the Nets missing. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 20-3 run. And there's the foul. It's on Nolan Torrey. That'll be his second foul of the game. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
It's fight time, fans. Here we go. Put the zone. Team.
Pass to Grimes. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Here's George. That's short off the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Guys with size who can shoot with range, that is a tough tandem to defend.
Pass to Grimes. Outside, George. Pulls up from the corner. Nice jump shot. Good. 9 points for Paul George.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And he drives in. Here's Clowney.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. There's the screen. Pass to Grimes. It's good from long range. And the 76ers lead by 10.
Well, they specifically want Grimes to be in positions to catch and shoot, and you see why right there.
And there's the foul. It's on Nolan Torrey. That's his third foul of the game.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
The 76ers leading by 10. Outside Lowry. Here's George. Bona. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. Outside, George. Pops in the layup for 2. George has got 11.
The defense must push Paul George further out. This guy's so adept at finding ways to score inside.
.41 seconds left in the first half.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Gordon's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Mann gets the bucket. Mann's got his second bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's George. No good on the last second attempt there. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. He'll get you back to the action after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The 76ers leading by 11. Pass to Embiid. Here's Edgecombe. Back to Embiid. Over Claxton. Embiid, no good.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Joel Embiid over the years has had some tough luck with injuries. He said, I've broken my face twice. I came back early with the risk of losing my vision, broken fingers. I still came back. I wish I was as lucky as others, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying to do whatever it takes to be out there. Guys, back over to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie.
Yeah, Grimes has the frame to work down low. I like when he gets inside.
Here's Claxton. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Now the 76ers with it. Here's George. Oh, he jams it right over Nick Claxton.
Oh, Paul George, let him hear you with that finish. That is nicely done.
And quarter, here we go.
But he is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
Now Edgecombe. He's got 6. Pass to George. There's the 3. Wolf grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Here's Edgecombe. Rebound, Brooklyn. And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Now, into the lineup for your next.
Here's Demon. Pass to Claxton. Nets passing it around. Paul George with the steal. The 76ers leading by 11. To the inside. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And for over a decade in the NBA great, Paul George was as scary a wing as you'd find.
Man, a two-way terror with elite size and athleticism. The Sixers paid him hoping for more of the same. But can he hold off Father Time?
Embiid, no good. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
George looking around. Pass to Embiid. Outside for George. 6 to shoot. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. George has got 15.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Over in the corner, Claxton. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 13. Now, here is George. 15 points in the game. It's Grimes on the wing. Here's Powell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Embiid. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game format, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Here's Edgecombe. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
And there was some power behind that slam by Edgecombe.
Takes it inside.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play can spark his group.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Pass to Claxton. Edgecombe with the steal. Powell with the steal. Now Claxton. Here's Saroff. Back to Claxton. And such a valuable guy to this team's rotation, Doris. Nick Claxton is important.
You know, Kev, I'll tell you one thing. This guy brings a ton of energy. He's willing to battle for loose balls, for rebounds. On the defensive end, you know he can make an impact. There's incredible length, and I still think a ceiling that he can get to.
That free throw missing.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
Now, the first thing that strikes you as a player with Nick Claxton is how easily this guy gets off the floor. Vertical threat on the offensive end and an excellent rim protector on the defensive end.
Here's Drummond. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Guys, what I appreciate about Andre Drummond is that he understands his role night by night. Be physical, defend the basket, rebound with great intensity. He gives it to you every single night.
Outside Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one's on Eric Gordon.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
And both free throws good for Williams.
So critical that your big men be able to shoot free throws at a high rate.
Lowry looking around. Down low. Drummond.
Boy, power play by Andre Drummond. He has made a career out of stress testing the rims.
Left side, Gordon.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Philadelphia with the ball. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Picked him clean.
Last 2 minutes of play, third quarter.
Oubre, left side. Rebounded by the Nets. Well, Greg, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here.
Well, those are exactly the opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Williams with the steal. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
And boy, he gets a great jump on the rest of the field there and just leaves them behind.
Well, you love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
Left side Lowry. 5 on the clock. A putback to the middle. Another shot in deep. Drummond drops it in. Drummond's got 9 points.
Yeah, such a rarity these days, but Andre Drummond is a true 5. The guy wants to work on the interior.
They grab their own miss. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Both teams will make substitutions. And the Nets with possession here. They trail by 14. Wiseman. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, good execution there. Lowry with a pinpoint pass.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wiseman with a wide open look. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Bona.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance. The ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Here's Sorey. And so it's Philadelphia holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
On the way to the floor. Give it up for Team Hunt. Let's give it up for Team Hunt.
Nets trailed by 18. Here's Demon. Pass to Porter. Shot clock at 6. Fires at the elbow. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Embiid. Fades away. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim. And that's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Well, no question, Joel Embiid is page 1 on the scouting report. Maybe page 2 and 3 as well. He is a handful.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And man, this kid Edgecombe is special. He just gets off the ground so fast to throw it down.
Pass to George. Over Porter. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Are you kidding me? Just look at what Paul George is doing to the defense over and over. My goodness.
Heisman no good.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Here's Edgecombe. And he goes right over James Wiseman and slams it in.
And you see that burst of speed from Edgecombe. He just blows by the defense there.
Porter. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And it's Gordon missing. Brooklyn with the ball. Pass to Powell. There's the pick. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Nice to the hoop.
Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now.
All right, man. It's time to 10-10. Get ready to 10 like everybody's watching. You gotta dance like everyone's watching, dude. Like everyone's watching.
The 76ers leading by 23. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Edgecombe with it. And the dunk by Edgecombe.
And for a rookie, Edgecombe is showing some impressive confidence offensively. I'm not sensing any hesitation from him.
And Claxton throws it down.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. It's stolen. In transition, here come the Nets. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Edgecombe. Up and in. That's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Pass to Wolf. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Porter. Rebound Andre Drummond. The 76ers leading by 23. Here's Edgecombe. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, this has been the book on defending Andre Drummond on the interior. Make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Andre Drummond.
He misses the free throw. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination. I think of Andre Drummond as a big man's big man. He's a steadfast presence in the paint who really focuses on owning the backboard and attacking the rim.
Wow, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
The 76ers making a switch here. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And they've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Here's Mann. And it's Grimes with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And George with the stuff.
Well, Paul George won't be shy. You give him a driving lane, he will expose you defensively.
Screen by Claxton. Inside. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, you cannot put it in a much better spot than that. Wow.
And here's George. Embiid is at the elbow. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Nets trailed by 21. Man in the corner. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans. It's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. To the paint, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Team hype. It's hot time, man. Here we go. From the zone. Team hype.
Nets trailed by 21. Pass to Porter. And just the way pilots use VR to train, now NBA officials can do the same.
Yeah, it's all about reps, right? Getting them with a headset in a lower stress setting helps prepare them to make the right call when the lights are brightest.
Here's Lowry. Intercepted. Lets it go from 14. The 76ers leading by 19. The rebound by Demon.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the 76ers.
Didn't look like a game that was going to work out for them, but man, how things changed in a hurry.
Man, I'd say it was gutsy, Kevin, in terms of what they were able to do in that comeback. An incredible amount of fortitude when facing all of that adversity. And not just to come back, but how about to come back and win going away?
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Paul George.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to Edgecombe. Oh, he misses the dunk. And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Edgecombe with the steal. And now it's Lowry running. Here we go. All the way if he can. The putback. Now Watford. Fires the three. Traore with the rebound. Outside Williams. Here he goes. And it's blocked. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks.